Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, Outspoken Artistry. I hope you're all having an awesome day today. And yeah, like the title of the video says, I'm here to give you all some general Kcon tips. So yeah, last year I went to Kcon in general for the first time, and it was to the New York one. And so yeah, there were a lot of things that I didn't know about. I went by myself and I was like, okay, so where do I go? What do I do? How do I figure this out? And so I learned a lot last year, and there were a couple of things that I felt like I could do better, and those things, well, I incorporated them this year when I went again by myself back in June. So yeah, since these these things that I did actually helped me have a more organized and a more chill experience at Kcon, I just wanted to talk to you guys and give you guys tips, those tips that I followed. So yeah, just to help you guys have a much better experience at Kcon, no matter if you're going for the first time or you're going for the second time or third time or how many times. So yeah, I just hope that these tips are helpful to you all. And so yeah, let's start with the very first Kcon tip. Okay, so the first tip is, is a really basic, a really simple tip, but I feel like sometimes people take it for granted, and it is to dress comfortably. When it comes to Kcon, New York, New York in the summer, it gets really hot, and the hot summer is also a very hot and humid summer. And so yeah, as someone who has lived in the Caribbean most of her life, I'm telling you, the summers here are just extreme. The heat and the humidity is just, it's really uncomfortable. I've seen people who, are like, they get like dizzy or dehydrated because, they're not dressing comfortably. They're using jackets and things like that. And so yeah, one of the most important things and the very first tip is to dress comfortably. Check out before, obviously before going to Kcon, like a couple of days before or even the day before. Check out how the weather's going to be. Check out, how the temperature is going to be. And dress, accordingly. Dress, with clothes that are, breathable and won't suffocate you throughout the day. If you're wearing shoes, I would recommend shoes that have padding in them. Yeah, just dress comfortably. I understand that a lot of people, they want to dress like their idols. There's people who like do outfits, they put on outfits inspired by their idols, and that's awesome. But just in case, I would recommend bringing another set of clothes, another outfit, just in case anybody gets dehydrated or the heat becomes too much for them. You have clothes to change in. But yeah, dressing comfortably, I feel like it's very important. You're going to be standing up a lot. For example, you have to like make a line to check in. You have to do a line for, the booths. You have to do a line for the artist engagements. You have to do a line for when you're going to buy something to eat. You have to do a line for the concert. So yeah, you're going to be almost the entire day or most of the day standing up. So I think that's very important that people dress accordingly. The same thing goes to, for those who are going to LA. If you're, you're like thinking about doing any outfit inspired by your idols, or you're just gonna, you just want to go however, then you figure it out. You just buy a little fan or whatnot. Just check the weather beforehand just to be safe. Dress comfortably, people. I think it's one of the most important things, and a lot of times it's what contributes to having a positive or a negative experience. But yeah, first of all, dress comfortably. Okay, so the second tip, and this is one that really came in handy this year, is to buy a power bank to charge your phone. Okay guys, I think this is, it's obvious that you're going to be literally using your phone most of the day. You want to take pictures with your friends, take pictures of certain places, in the convention, take pictures of your favorite artists, take videos of your favorite artists. If somebody is performing on the Kcon stage, you want to take a picture of them. If you're going to a panel and there's panelists that you really like, you're going to want to take a picture of them and with them. So yeah, you're going to be using your phone a lot, especially, you know, to check out, you know, the schedule, the Kcon schedule, any updates, if anybody, you know, appears, any idols suddenly decide to go to a booth, you know, a surprise or whatnot. You're going to be literally on your phone a lot that day, or 2 days, or how many days Kcon LA is going to be. So, well, yeah, because Kcon New York is 2 days, and I think Kcon LA this year is going to be 3 days, if I'm not mistaken. So, yeah, you're going to be using your phone a lot. So, my most, you know, important recommendation, well, one of the most important ones, is to buy a power bank for your phone. That way, you won't have to, like, for example, I know that Kcon has these stations to charge your phone, but you're going to have to, like for example, this happened to me last year. Last year I had to wait for a couple of people to finish because the plugs for the Androids, you know, they were being used. So I had to wait not only for, you know, everybody else to finish, but then I had to wait for my phone to be charged. And it took a long time, and it didn't really charge as much as I needed it to. So yeah, buying a power bank is super inexpensive. You know, it all depends on your needs. All depends on how much battery and how much, you know, what kind of phone do you have. I brought my power bank for about $15 on Amazon last year, and it works for, I think it has up to 4 charges or something like that. So yeah, it came really in handy. So what I used to do is that if I was like on a line for a booth, I would just plug on my phone to the power bank, leave it in my, you know, leave it in my book bag, and when I finish, you know, playing the game or whatever the booth had, I would just take out my phone, and it would charge like basically 20 to 30% more. I kid you not, there was a panel that I went to, and I was there from beginning to end. The panel was like an hour, and I just charged my phone, and my phone, when the panel finished, it was almost charged. It was like at 85 to 90% more or less. So yeah, I just think that bringing a power bank is so convenient, and especially it's convenient, especially for those that are going to like the concert afterwards. While you're in line to like wait for, you know, to go into the concert to check in, you could just leave your phone in your book bag charging, so that when you go into the concert and the concert starts, you have enough battery to, you know, take videos or take pictures of the idols performing and whatnot. So yeah, please save up and buy a power bank for your phone. I'm telling you, it's going to come really in handy, and it's going to be less of stress and something less, you know, one less thing to have to worry about while, you know, experiencing the convention and the concert. Okay, so the next tip will not only save you money, but it'll give you the energy to tackle anything and everything regarding Kcon. And it's basically to eat before you get to the convention, bring a bottle of water, and bring some snacks or food, like a sandwich or something like that. And what do I mean by, you know, this tip? And I know it's like it's super basic and I think common sense, but the thing is, there's a lot of people who are nervous, you know, in the morning, the day of Kcon, because, you know, they're nervous because it's their first convention, or because, you know, they're in a hurry, they need to get there before their artist engagement starts, you know, they want to line up early, or, you know, they don't want to spend that much time in the check-in line and whatnot, and so they're so, you know, nervous and stressed out thinking about that just, you know, at the beginning of the day, that they forget to eat. And I know it happens to a lot of people. It happens to me too. When I get nervous, I can't eat. But I think it's really important to eat before you get to the convention, and if you can't, to bring whatever you were going to eat for breakfast. I don't know, a sandwich or anything like that, and then eat it while you're like in the convention center, or maybe while you're online waiting to check in, you can eat something. Why? Because there's a lot of people who get there and they do lines, and then hours pass, and then suddenly they feel dizzy, dehydrated, and they don't feel well, and then they have to sit down, and if they're not with somebody, they have to make a line, so then buy something to eat and something to drink, and then it's just even, you know, more things you have to buy, more time you have to wait for until you're able to eat and drink something and feel better. So personally, I feel like having a water bottle is essential. You need to keep yourself hydrated. You're going to be standing a lot, moving around a lot. You need to keep yourself hydrated. And eating something beforehand, before getting there, is perfect. If not, just eat something, eat your breakfast, buy a sandwich or something and eat it while you're, in the convention, or, taking a break from the convention. I know there's a lot of people who, they sit outside or something like that, or inside. When it comes to LA, in New York, it's outside. So yeah, while you're taking a break from, going to panels and the convention and whatnot, just to eat something. This year, what I did for Sunday, I brought a sandwich and I kept it inside my my book bag, and then in the morning I ate half, and then in the afternoon, like at 12 and 1, I ate the other half. So I kept myself, how do you say, I kept myself full. I didn't have to like waste money on food or anything because I had my water bottle, and Kcon, New York, they had like a station to refill your water bottles. And so I didn't have to like spend any money on food or water on Sunday. On Saturday I did, because I didn't have time to buy something beforehand, and so I had to buy food. And I understand that this always happens, especially, because it's a convention and whatnot. But I feel like the food is way overpriced for the amount of food that they're giving you. So if you want to save money, I think it would be best to consider bringing a snack or something with you. Or if you have time to, leave the convention and get something outside to eat, I think it'd be also a good option for everybody who's like, trying to save money or whatnot. But yeah, I think the most important thing is to take care of your health. So please eat, stay hydrated, so that way you can have a much better experience in the convention, and you won't have to worry about feeling dizzy and being dehydrated or anything like that. Because I've seen people who get dizzy or they feel dehydrated, and you see them, with their fans or throwing water on themselves and everything. And yeah, so it's something that can be avoided. Okay, so these next couple of tips, I've divided them in 2 categories. I have tips for those who want to be updated with everything that's going on in the convention. They want to know about, any surprise appearances, any giveaways going on and things like that. People who want to be organized and want to know all the information ASAP, I have tips for them. And then I have tips for people who just want to explore the convention casually and see, everything that's going on without having like a set schedule for, the conventions. So first, I'm going to go with the people who want to be organized and they want to know everything as soon as possible. Okay, so for those of you who want to have a more organized experience at Kcon, or want to be updated with everything that goes on, one of the things that I've heard people do, and actually I did this year, is to create a schedule beforehand. This is actually pretty easy, but you have to, you have to wait until Kcon releases their official schedule, and then take the time to actually, do a spreadsheet in Excel and whatnot, and do your own schedule. I actually did one for this year. I'm gonna post it right here on screen for you guys. I did one for Saturday and Sunday, and even though I didn't stick to them 100%, they were really helpful when it came to, being organized and knowing where the panels were going to be, and knowing at what time they were going to be, and other things that were going on around the convention that I really want to know, I wanted to be a part of. So for example, this year they had fandom meetups in the panels area, and I really wanted to check out a couple of them because I wanted the banners, and also I wanted to see how the fandom was, how it, how they interacted and what other things they had, because I heard that they were maybe going to have like competitions or games and things like that. So yeah, I wanted to check out a couple of them, and thanks to them I was able to get a banner from Super Junior and also from Pentagon. So yeah, it was just really nice, just being able to know at what time they would be there and whatnot, to just check out the fandom and the games and things like that they were doing. So yeah, one thing that I always now that I'm always going to recommend is doing a schedule. You could do it however is best for you. There's people, like for example, I did it in Excel. There's people who just do like a to-do list or things like that. However you find it's best for you, suits you, then go ahead and do so. But it does take time. You do have to wait till KCON releases their schedule online in their website to be able to do so. Unless obviously you're like on their Twitter constantly checking out, you know, the panels that are being announced and all of that. But yeah, you do have to wait until the schedule is up online to be able to do the schedule. But I think it's just an awesome way to just stay organized, and a lot of people like it that way. So yeah. Okay, so the second tip would be to follow KCON's social media. More specifically, their Twitter, and have the notifications on. Instagram is good as well. They do, you know, they do update a lot on Instagram, but I think the Twitter is the fastest platform they use when it comes to updating. You know, they put everything from you know, the artists that are coming, the panelists that are coming, the special guests that are coming, new things added to the convention like the Kcon Star Square, who's going to be at the Kcon main stage and at what hour, if there's competitions or giveaways and things like that going on to like win you know, tickets and things like that. Everything is usually on their Twitter account the fastest. Like they first, I know that on Twitter everything goes up much faster than, you know, other social media. So yeah, I would recommend doing that, like turn on the notifications and, you know, just pay attention to your phone, I guess, even more than you're already going to be paying attention to it. So yeah, that would also be a tip that I could give you all who really want to be, you know, updated as soon as possible with everything regarding Kcon. The next tip would be to download the Kcon app. And you know, the Kcon app has everything. It has the maps, the schedules, you get notifications. Like for example, if there's an artist at a certain booth, you get a notification. If there's a giveaway going on in a certain booth, you get a notification. If somebody's in the Kcon stage, you get a notification. And then if you want to do like a schedule, this is another way to do a schedule. If you don't want to do a spreadsheet or, you know, download a to-do app or something like that, they actually have the schedule on their app. And then if there's certain ones that you want to like really go to or pay attention to, you could just click on like a little heart, if I'm not mistaken, to like favorite it. So, you know, if you're like in the convention and you're on the line and you're like, oh, maybe is there like something I'm forgetting? Is there a panel going on or artist engagement or something? What's going on? And then what you can do is you go on your app, you go in the schedule section, and then you could check if it's, you know, if there's something you highlighted around the time where you're stuck in a line or something. Then you can, you know, find out what to do. That actually happened to me. I think it was, what was it? I think it was Sunday, if I'm not mistaken. There was a panel I wanted to be at just to check out because I was curious to see how it was going to be done, like the whole theme of it all. And so I was on a line, and then I was like, wait a minute, I think around this time there was a panel. So then I checked the Kcon app, and yeah, the panel was had actually started already like 20 minutes ago, and I was in the K-culture section. So yeah, I had to run from one section to another to get to that panel. So yeah, downloading the Kcon app can actually help a lot. So yeah, that would be my next tip. Okay, so now that I've finished with the tips of, you know, those who want to know everything as soon as possible, I'm going to give you guys tips on those who want to, you know, explore everything regarding Kcon in a more casual way. Okay, so the first tip would be to walk casually around the panels area in the convention. I know that this year they added a couple of new things. They had the section dedicated to the fandom's meetups. So yeah, they had like a little tent where the fans would meet up at certain hours. You had the fans, Suju fans, you had Pentagon, Red Velvet, 101 fans. And so they had already, you know, their little tent. And so they did like a little, like a meetup, and they would give out like banners and little stickers, and they were also doing, you know, giveaways and games, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, that's something new that the panels area had. They also added the Kcon Star Square, which a couple of idols actually visited the Star Square to like do I guess a little meet and greet or to take pictures with you know, their fans and things like that. I also know that on the other side, okay, because there was a side where the idols would actually do their interviews, and then there was another side which was like a red carpet for people to take pictures and whatnot. And I know a couple of YouTubers were having like meet and greets and things like that for people to like come and talk to them and take pictures with them. And then on the other side of the Kcon Star Square, there was like this big chalkboard, and people would just, you know, write a message or the name of their favorite artist or idol and things like that. And it was just, you know, super cute seeing everybody, you know, draw or write a little message. And yeah, that was actually something new that they had. And then next to the Kcon Star Square, they had other sections where like they were basically, if I'm not mistaken, like photo booth types of section where people would like take pictures and things like that. And as the young ones say, it was very Instagram worthy. So yeah, those were a couple of sections that were new. And obviously, if you didn't go to the panel section and explore, you wouldn't know about it. So yeah, one thing I would say it'd be good to do if you just want to like explore and do things casually would be to check out the panel section. When it comes to like KCON New York, I don't know how, I know it's obviously very different in LA, but I guess if you're like, if you don't have a set schedule, it would be best to like check out, you know, walk around and see who is giving a panel at that time that you're walking around. Or, you know, walk around the convention and see what you see. There's sometimes idols pop out of nowhere and they visit booths and whatnot. And these are things that you can actually figure out if you're more observant. And I'm going to tell you why. And this is the next one. Okay, so the next one would be to participate in booth activities. And what I mean is that, you know, a lot of the sponsors, they do, you know, big booths for you to participate in. You can take pictures, they have surveys, giveaways, you know, they have games and things like that. So yeah, if you have time, obviously you're gonna, since there's so many people, you're gonna spend a lot of time waiting. But I think it's actually something that can actually benefit you when it comes to, you know, the overall experience. When it comes to KCON, because there are a lot of things that are given away that are really cool. I got a plastic like book bag of sorts that I use till this day. I think it was at the Innisfree booth, if I'm not mistaken, or something like that. I'll leave the name of the company right here on screen. But yeah, that little book bag, that plastic book bag, I've used it a couple of times, and it's really convenient because I'm always on commute, and I could just put like a snack or my water bottle and things like that, and I've used it. They were giving away like popsicles and also soap and lipstick and shadows and things like that. There was also booths that had giveaways regarding tickets for the convention and also artist engagement tickets. So yeah, there's a lot of things that you can win if you just take the chance to like explore the booth. And also, and this is one thing that I think people that explore things casually have sort of advantage, and it is that there are a lot of times where, like I said, idols pop up on booths, in booths, and you're like, wait a minute, I didn't hear nothing about them being scheduled to be here or whatnot. So this actually happened to be this year in KCON, both Saturday and Sunday. Saturday, it was actually Pentagon. They went to the Toyota booth, and I went there because I was with my friend Emmy, and we were there, you know, because they have like giveaways and things like that. You do like a survey, and then you go to the machine, and something you have to like turn a wheel or something, and then a couple of plastic balls will come out, and then regarding depending on the colors that you got or something like that, they would give you a prize and whatnot. So yeah, they were doing all that, and I remember her like telling me, oh, I think Pentagon is coming here afterwards. And I was like, wait, what? And then you would see like people were just doing the survey and whatnot, and then you'd see a couple of people putting like the barricades, and I was like, wait a minute, they are coming. What's going on? So they were actually, you know, setting everything up so when Pentagon would, you know, arrive, everything would be much safer for them and the fans. So yeah, if it weren't for obviously Emmy telling me and being observant or not, I wouldn't have stayed there long enough to be able to see them, because I was like really thirsty, so I was gonna go over to get some water. And so I was like, wait a minute, let me just wait a little longer. And I did so, and actually ended up seeing Pentagon for the first time in person, and it was really awesome. I'm gonna leave the video up here in the link so you guys can check it out. And also on Sunday, I was able to see EXID in the Kcon Star Square, because I actually, I was walking around, and then I saw them putting on barricades, and I was with a friend. She's from Puerto Rico, and she was there with her daughter, who was she was in one of the panels, and I was walking around exploring, and then I saw them putting the barricades, and then I went over to her fan that was there. She was waiting with another friend, and I told her, excuse me, who's coming over here, what idol or YouTuber? And she was like, oh no, EXID is supposed to come here, in a couple of minutes. And I was like, what? Wait a minute, they're coming here? So I went to my friend, and I told her, hey, EXID is gonna come here. You want to check it out? She was like, yeah, sure. And so yeah, we waited, and for I think like 10 minutes after, I asked the fan about, a question. They came, they arrived, and yeah, it was super nice to be able to see them, in person for the first time. I was like in the middle of the crowd. I was able to see them pretty well, and I actually was able to, thanks to the selfie stick that I brought, I was able to, take a video of them, which I'm gonna leave, the link right here up above. So yeah, it was really nice seeing them in person, and they, interacted a little bit with the fans, and they took pictures with a couple of group of fans, and yeah, it was super nice. And after that, the situation, it was funny because after that, they were gonna get in their van, but there was something wrong with the door. I think, it didn't open or something like that, so they were just standing there waiting for somebody to open it. I think one of the members, she tried to like open the door, but it couldn't. So yeah, the fans were just there saying hi and bye to them. I actually have a video of that on my IGTV channel. I'll leave the link in the description box. So yeah, it was nice being able to see her, see them in person. And so yeah, it was basically me casually walking around, the panels area to see, everything that was going on. So yeah, just as a tip, explore the different areas the convention has, available. Explore the new things that may be, included this year that weren't last year. And, check out the schedules, be on the lookout for barricades and things like that, or fan gatherings, stuff like that. So yeah, just be very attentive, and also, explore. I got to see Pentagon and EXID in person, so that's not bad at all. Okay, so the next tip is more geared towards those who want to get to know other fans that are part of the fandoms they're a part of. And it would be to check out the activities for specific fandoms. Like I said, this year there was a section for fandoms, to do like meetups in the panels area. And then, like I said, it was really nice to like see everybody interacting and getting to know each other and receiving the banners and things like that. So yeah, if you're interested in, getting to know other fans, just one of the things I would recommend is to just pay attention to, social media, specifically Twitter, for, anything regarding the fandom you want to, interact with. So like, for example, I became aware of the activities they were going to have, like certain fandoms, like at what time they were going to be giving out the banners and whatnot, how to find them, because I actually searched on Twitter to see if anybody had, a project or anything like that scheduled. So basically what I did was, like, I searched on Pentagon Kcon project, or Red Velvet Kcon project, or Super Junior Kcon 2018 project, or something like that. And that's how I was able to find out, at what time they were going to be at what place. And also last year, I was actually part of the group that was giving out the banners for Highlight. And so that's why I knew, like, more or less that they would have certain hours that they would, go around and give out the banners, not only when they meet up, you know, in the panels area. So yeah, all of that is usually on social media, Twitter and also Facebook. There were fan projects that were, you know, they were on Twitter, but also they had a group specifically that you could go in and you could ask questions. And if they needed any suggestions when it came to like designing the banners or where to meet up or what hour and things like that, if you wanted to sign up as a volunteer to, you know, to give out the banners and be part of the committee and things like that, they had Facebook groups regarding that, and also chats, you know, via Twitter or Facebook. So yeah, if you want to, you know, get to know other fans, I say do your research beforehand, so that way you know where to go at what time, and then meet other people, you know, and interact with fans just like you know, of the same fandom or any other fandom, you know. There are a lot of people who are multi-fandom, so, you know, they're not shy about listening to other people talk about their favorite groups and whatnot. And I think one of the things that KCON does best is giving, you know, a space for K-poppers and fans, you know, to interact and get to know each other, and, you know, you just feel like a community, like physically a community, not only online. I think it's awesome. There's a lot of people that I have befriended, you know, last year I befriended, and this year as well. And it was just very spontaneous, just in the moment. You know, someone talks about a certain group and you're like, oh yes, I like that too. Who's your favorite member? And things like that. And then you come out knowing somebody, and then you just ask them for their Instagram account or their Twitter account, and then from there you can build a friendship. So yeah, I think those are that's one of the biggest advantages of KCON, you know, the ability to be able to see other fans and interact with other fans personally. And, you know, who knows, you could actually come out with a friend or two. So yeah, I think one of the best things you could do is just research beforehand any, you know, fan activities related to your fandoms. Last but not least, I would just tell people to be nice to one another, to take it easy, and most of all, to enjoy themselves. I see people, you know, running around trying to, you know, get the best picture, get the best video, and in that chaos that they create for themselves, they end up bumping into people, pushing people, shoving people, and just being really rude and inconsiderate to, you know, the people around them. And I feel like you need to understand that there are others around you, others that are trying to have a good time just like you. I understand that pictures are important and videos are important to people. I understand, because I love taking pictures and videos. I love documenting my experiences and having something to look back on. But I always try to do so in a way that isn't inconvenient to anyone else, and in a respectful and kind manner. I don't understand people who, in order to get a good picture of their idol or a nice video, they push other people out of the way, or they, you know, try to like put the camera on top of people to get the best angle, or, you know, they shove people out of the way and things like that. I mean, you know, that's unnecessary. Everybody's just trying to have, you know, a good time, and that kind of behavior is unacceptable. I feel like, you know, it's unnecessary for you to be rude and push other people and touch other people without their permission just to get a picture or a video of your favorite idol. I mean, no, it's unacceptable. It doesn't need to be done. It's not necessary. So yeah, just be nice to other people. You know, treat people as you would like to be treated. Yeah, don't do things that will, you know, upset others, and please keep your hands to yourself. Don't shove people. Don't push upon you. Don't push yourself upon people, especially when you're trying to like get a picture or whatnot. I see people like putting their selfie sticks or their cameras on top of people's shoulders or heads, or like just like standing like on their tippy toes and pushing upon other people. Like, no, sorry, please, don't, no, stop. By taking it easy, I mean, you know, not pressuring yourself into having the best video, the best picture, seeing everything, you know, at the same time, being everywhere at the same time, you know, things like that. A lot of people get distracted by, you know, having to take pictures and videos, feeling, you know, they put that pressure upon themselves, and then they end up missing out on an awesome experience with their friends and family, with even the artists. There's some people who get so distracted on like taking a video and whatnot that they're, you know, they miss a chance to like have a heart-to-heart with their favorite artist, or, you know, look them in the eye or say something, have them notice them, because they're so, you know, they're so focused on getting a picture and a video. Yeah, and then a lot of times you're like running around, and then, you know, the time you could be spending with friends and other fans, just interacting and talking with each other, or, you know, spending time in the booths or getting to know different parts of the convention. You just lose that time and the opportunity because, you know, you're running around and stressing yourself out, and it's just chaotic. So yeah, take it easy, breathe, find, you know, what you want to do more, what you're looking forward to more, and then enjoy it. Don't just, you know, have an artist engagement. You're so pressured, you're pressuring yourself to get the best picture and video, and then you rush out of there and you go to the next one, and then the next line, and then this and this, and then where's the enjoyment? Everything is, you know, stress and pressure. So yeah, take it easy. Take it easy. Enjoy the convention and also the concert. And I assure you, if you take it easy, enjoy the moment, be kind to others, that way nothing, you know, no unfortunate situation has to happen, and, you know, follow any of these other tips that you think will come in handy for you, I can assure you, you will have fun. I mean, if you know, take the time to just take it all in and enjoy yourself, and, you know, live in the moment, and, you know, be happy with other friends that are around you, or your friends and your family and things like that, you're bound to have a good time. So I think it's important, you know, to also not only focus on, you know, the material things, but also in feeling well and taking care of yourself, taking care of your health, and most importantly, having fun. Because, I mean, you're supposed to be going to the convention to have fun, to interact, you know, with your friends or other people in the community and with your idols and whatnot. And so you're supposed to be having fun. If not, then you may have to rethink how you experience them. Okay, so those were the tips that really came in handy this year while attending Kcon for the second time. And of course, even though these tips are more geared towards those who are going to Kcon New York, I'm sure those who are going to Kcon LA can adapt these tips and use them as well. That's why I wanted to do them, you know, the most general, in the most general sense as possible. But of course, if you guys have any tips, you know, for those who are going to Kcon LA, or any tips for those who are going to Kcon New York that I wasn't able, you know, to give, the comment section is open. You know, leave your recommendations, your tips, or anything that you think that would be helpful for first time Kcon goers, or, you know, second, third time, or as many times as people that have gone, you know, as many times as you have attended Kcon. Leave it in the comment section below. I'll be checking them out as well and writing them down for next year, because hopefully next year I'll be able to attend Kcon LA for the first time. I wanted to go this year, but it just, you know, it just didn't work out. But I'm definitely, hopefully, going next year. So yeah, leave your tips in the comment section below, so everybody could, like, you know, check them out. And yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you all, you know, have an awesome day. If you liked this video and enjoyed it, found it helpful, most of all, please share it, you know, on social media and with your family and friends. So yeah, stay tuned to my next video. I'm definitely going to film, you know, my Kcon 2018 experience video. I want to talk to you guys about, you know, everything that I experienced that weekend, and also how it compared to last year's experience. I want to show you guys, you know, all the pictures that I took, all the videos that I took, and just do like a, you know, just a very complete and detailed video about my, you know, my experience attending Kcon for the second time this year. So yeah, I'm currently doing the outline and rendering the videos that I took and organizing the pictures so that when I sit down and I film the video for you guys, I have just everything organized, and when I'm editing, it just makes the process much easier. So yeah, I just want to do a very general, detailed video about my experience. I want it to be as complete as possible. So yeah, it's taking a bit of time, but yes, it's definitely coming up very soon. So stay tuned to that. And yeah, thanks so much for watching this video. And also, thank you very much for, all my new subscribers. Thank you for taking a chance, to view my videos, and also, taking a chance with my channel and supporting it and subscribing. I really, really appreciate it. So yeah, thank you, thank you, thank you. Hope you guys have, an awesome rest of the week. Today is, what is today? Today is Tuesday. Yeah. Yeah, okay, so yeah, stay tuned to the new videos that are coming out very soon. And yeah, thanks so much for watching. Take care, everybody.